Okay. I wanted to make this video because I saw a couple of videos that about mods and stuff, and how StellarBlade is just a gooner game. It's not just a gooner game, it is full of style. This is me taking a little bit of a break from politics because it's a little overwhelming, but I will be back in politics if you want to follow me, because YouTube censors a lot of shit. On Blue Sky, it's called a disabled helper. That's my I guess you would call it another channel name. A disabled helper on Blue Sky. If you want to follow me on politics. If not, here you go. This, I wanted to show that StellarBlade is not just a gooner game. I would put it more akin to the series Ruby season 1 through 3, where Monty Ohm cared a lot about angles and style and making combat like another dance. And that's what the developers of StellarBlade did. Shift Up should be proud of themselves, and I'm sure they are. And they need to keep the balance between being very sexual and having style. I'm going to show you the style part, because yes, it is a gooner game, but it doesn't have to be. So I'm going to start with the first set of pictures. It's a lot of pictures, so feel free to capture so you can use it as your wallpaper or whatever. So obviously this is the beginning, and as the pictures progress, they do get better. Hold on. Is it going to be out of focus every picture? I'm sorry about that. But every frame, you can tell it's all about angles. Every single frame is designed perfectly to be stylized. So this is before the photo update, where I decided to test my abilities. It's right before the photo update, where you're able to press R1 and the left button, the left on the D-pad, to, be able to get that photo mode. I mean, just look at that. That's a nice angle. Everything is stylized to perfection. Yeah, they did Eve really good, and the game combat excellent. I'm glad that they actually I know they're for the gotcha games, and the whole thing is when you shoot their ass bounce, but they don't have to, and they proved it right here. Yeah, this is before the camera angles, which is why you'll see the health bar and the equipment. See, she does a lot of like simple stances where if you freeze frame, you can get moments like this. And then if you're able to just find the moments for you. It doesn't have to be it's a gooner game. It has art behind it. They did a great job. Got different angles, just played around. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice that's a nice picture. Yeah, this one was just me playing around. So with these pictures, pretty much anyone can do it. I mean, I guess you can pretty much do it anyway, but I mean, you have to actually take the time to practice when it comes to actually getting the camera work down. And you'll see. These are all before the photo. I know I'm repeating myself, but there's really not much to talk about when it comes to cameras. But if you love Ruby, you're gonna love this game. Because every frame is amazing. You just need to freeze it and take the time to look. I even showed that I'm getting beat up and it looks amazing. So we're definitely gonna see this fight again. Pretty much all the way to where you find Lily. You're gonna see all this again, but it's gonna be vastly different because with the implementation of the camera, it makes things a hell of a lot better. Yeah, just the particle effects, everything is calculated perfectly. It's not just, hey, we need particle effects here. No, it pops out a certain way. See, everything I've shown, there is some sexiness, but it's not sexualized. You don't have to be, it doesn't have to be just, oh, look at her ass and titties. There is a lot of art in this. And I don't think people realize it when they play it, because they get the game because of, you know, Eve the character, but as you play it, you forget. Even when you're wearing the skin suit where you're naked, you will forget that you're just in a skin suit, because it's a piece of art and the combat's great, everything's balanced. Yeah, it's just every angle, if you take the time to look, every angle is done perfectly well. Monty Ohm would be proud. Like a simple stretch. Oh, hold on. It looked like the face was a little bright. Yeah. Let me fix that in case you want to. No, it's not fixing actually. Apologies. I'm trying to play with the lighting. Nah, it's not going to be fixed. Sorry about that. That's an awesome picture. I really like that one. Almost done with the section of without the camera. Because you don't need to be limited to just the poses that the camera options give you. She does a lot of simple movement to where you could just move a little bit, play around with the character, and you'll get these angles. See, I'm just next to a wall, looking at a poster, and then I'm sitting down waiting for her to do different facial movements, and she does. Yeah, and she's gorgeous without, showing a lot of skin. It's the clothing, the hair. This one I was just having fun with. I found a perfect angle, which again, you're gonna see a lot of it with the blood and stuff. It's not just splattered blood. It's actually very well designed to give you, a stylized kill. I love that shot. That one's an awesome shot. Oh, it looks like I see where the camera's coming in. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, where does it stop? Right there. That's the last picture where the camera doesn't come in, because you can tell, because if you notice right there-ish, you can see that the logo's there now. So let's go back to where we were at. Yeah, this could be a lot of pictures. This is definitely volume 1. I will have volume 2 and volume 3, I'm sure. I'm gonna try to split it to every chapter. I did extend volume 1 for sure. That looks cool. And I think that's the last picture. Yeah. Now we go to the next section. Oh, this one I made it as a joke. That's why the options there. I also just forgot, but it's more of a Eve stepping on you. Yeah, we're back at the beginning, and the pictures are going to be totally different, more advanced. But you can see that how straight she is, where the enemy is twirling, but it's still perfectly straight. Wherever the entire crew of Shift Up, they worked hard on this. Oh, I see. Hold on. Make sure you get a good picture. It looks like it's sunk a little bit because I'm using a pillow. There we go. That way you can get a good screenshot if you want to use any of these. That one's a good one. So even just the tail matching up with the leg. Obviously I angled it to do that, but you can match up all kinds of ways to make different pieces of art. Even the money on the ground, it's actually very well detailed, but you wouldn't know because you just see golden squares. Oh heck, I hit the pillow. Let's try that. See how long that lasts. Oh, see, even the blood right here, it's swirling around the sword in the hand. That's amazing. Oh, I went backwards. Hold on. Yeah, this is where I start tilting the camera to have it that extra effect. Looks like I'm holding Excalibur. Me playing around with the environment. Even the simple laser cannon, the way she leans back, because she, you know, a lot of power. Like everything has an angle that they painstakingly, meticulously calculated and implemented. It's not just a gooner game. There is a lot of style. Yeah, if you love taking pictures of video games, seeing the environment, this game is more than enough for you. There are so many things you can do, so many little movements that you can play around. Like this one, it looks like I'm going to go pick up the gold. All I did was jump up and down to get the perfect angle. There's a little hill in the back, but I made it look like, yeah, I'm going to get the gold. There's another wheel spin. Oh, this is one of my favorite pictures. Not this one. The next one's coming up. Oh no, one more picture, and it's one of my favorites. Yeah, that one. I really like this one. Yeah, if Monty Owen was still alive today, he would love this game, and I guarantee you he would work for Shift Up. I guarantee you, if he was alive now and didn't work for him at this game, he would work for him in the next game. He would absolutely be raving about it, and probably implementing some of the ideas into Ruby. I don't know if I got hit or not on this one, but it looks like I got hit. Looks like I died there. Oh yeah, here comes the boss. But see, even the like you can go anywhere. Every single piece is meticulously put in a certain place. It didn't. I guess you could say it did take some effort, but it's you can just do anything. Just every now and then, not pause the game, but go switch, learn to use the camera while you're in action, and see what you get. That's all you got to do. This one's my favorite. I love everything about this picture. The monster with the head pointing up to the clock, and the clock being where it's at, along with the statue, and the swirl of the effects with me in the air. Like, everything about this picture is perfect. Made it look like I was stepping on the monster's head, going for a kick. Made it look like an anime fight. Let's see, I just, the rocks, you can go in between and find a good angle. Made it look like I'm being propelled, which I guess technically in this execution you are propelling yourself, but I just gave it that extra power through the picture. Yeah, that's a nice picture. Yeah, and there's times where I took hits on purpose so I can take, pictures like this. As nasty. As nasty what I was looking at. And then the different swirls that looks like when you're playing, it's just random 2-second animations, but you actually stop. There's a lot of details that you are missing. That's a nice shot. I could probably fix the lighting if I close my window. So I'll do that for volume 2. Because I can't do that right now. Look how perfectly straight she is. Killing with such grace. Playing with the blood angles. That's a nice picture. See, I found this picture by accident. I was just real quick to react. I was just jumping around, seeing what she does, and she did a parkour thing, and I caught it in the act. So that's actually very nice. And I got the statue in the background. This is where I got grabbed, picked up. But see, like, even this picture here, it's just, everything is meticulously put in place to where you can have an even shot. Looks like I threw him off. That was the idea. But even above, I'm like perfect. I didn't set this up. I just happened to notice that I was perfectly in a cross, in the middle of a cross. But even again, showing off the blood, see how it perfectly just splits to where you can get a picture like that. And it makes it look like it's an angel. That's awesome. Just simple movements that you can do. And I do the angles perfectly to where it's like stylized censorship, so you don't really see the panty shots. Oh, there's my dog. Go. Go. Come here. Oh, my dog. There we go. And where'd my controller go? There it is. That's perfect. Yeah, I love that shot. Oh, god damn it. Love that shot too. I did this as a joke because there's a perfectly good doorway there, but I decided to climb through the window. And it's a nice shot. And then, if you don't take the time to notice, you'll never see these teddy bears. That was a good little lighting. Me hunting down a drone, walking towards the kill. This one I happened to notice that for whatever reason they put a bush there in a triangle perfectly placed, so I decided to run through it and take a sky shot. Yeah, even Eve falls with such grace. This one was an awesome shot. I'm glad I caught this. I wore the right clothes, the perfect sun lighting, the way she has her legs and stuff. That's perfect. Another coin shot. Perfect circular motion. And then I made it upside down, and I especially made sure I got the gold because this is a gold shot. Another grenade shot, but I love the lighting in this area. That's an awesome shot. And this one is another of my favorites. I love it. Just pushing an enemy downstairs and chasing right after him. Another angle of the shot. This one not so much. I probably could have deleted this, but that's okay. Like, oh no. Yeah, see, the sparks makes a perfect circle. Well, not a perfect circle, a stylized circle, I should say. Because the way it moves with the body. This one's a simple shot, but I liked it. Shooting rockets at an enemy, and then you can follow the rockets, which I absolutely do. Now that's a perfect circle. Again, playing with the blood. Perfect. This was a pretty cool shot I got. You can see the slash. And then a perfect dark area where I was able to explode an enemy, and the lighting is just, it's amazing. Yep, that's an awesome shot. Walking down, just a simple walking down a pipe looks good because I have her looking down. Yeah, I just play around with this game. That's all you gotta do. Like, this was me simply jumping, but it made a silly little photo that Eve would absolutely do. This was awesome. This was an awesome angle. The coin is perfectly hidden. If you look close, you can see it. But yeah, just the perfect angle. And then, of course, I made it look like she's going to shake your hand. Just perfect lighting. And then I was swimming with the fishies for a while until I got the perfect photo. I was actually trying to get her arm to make it look like I'm touching the fish, but the fish kept moving around, so I couldn't get it. But I got this next gem, which is, hold on, I'm fixing my camera again. Because the pillow is sinking. There we go. And then me actually running and making her stop and made her into a dance move, but every angle makes it look a little different. So this would be like 5-6 shots that I make. See, with the lighting and the way she's staring. And then, of course, I lower the angle. It looks like she's posing. And got up close, made it look like she's taking a selfie. But see, even the simple bent finger makes it extra stylized. And then we're back to grooving. with the water splashing. That's awesome. Hunting down another drone. And then simply just sitting, you can make a lot of different shots. So this is where she was stretching. Okay, at least the lighting corrected. I'm gonna make it look like she's napping too. She's in deep thought, and now she's napping. As soon as the light corrects itself, if it'll correct itself. No, but I'll get a closer look. Right there. But see, even noticing right now with the statue in the background, it's like perfectly pointed on her face, and it's like morphing into every little nook and cranny of her face, and everything about this game just amazes me. Oh, that's I went backwards. And then here's her looking at you with disappointment. And now for the boss encounter. Again, same boss, with the added flair of the camera. See, that's an awesome shot. One of my favorites is coming up. The next one. Yeah, that one. I really like that shot. That's awesome right there. I like this shot, but I think I could have done it better. I think the sword needs to be on the corner, but that's okay. It looks really good. And then playing with the blood again. Love it. Looking respectfully. This one I made look like the statue's holding the sword, because the hand is actually right there. Perfect angle. Dodging for her life. I made it look like the monster and Eve are holding the sword together while they're doing basically the same movement. That's awesome. And then a lower angle to get all the particle effects. This was a nice angle. Dodging a rock. And then I made it look like we were dancing. This is a funny photo. This one I had to play around with a little bit to find the effects where it combines together real well. And then me being manhandled in between his teeth. Made it look like the rubble was laying on me. Going for the butt cheeks. Another explosion. Yeah, this last part, well, this fight, I definitely made it look like Ruby on purpose. This was an awesome effect that I was able to find, where it's 3 different versions of Eve going, like, breaking through time, like Doctor Strange. And now we're at Zion. And even a peaceful village of Zion, you can find different angles. Like this one is one of my favorites as well. Literally, save Zion, looking down. This is me just running into the wall. And then another stretch, which I thought it was nice, with the Christmas tree. This one I tried to play around with the 2 boxes. I tried to make her do different things, but I didn't really get much except for this picture. And then I made her look like she's cooking, making fish. Yep. You can just play around with her. Every little movement you can make her do something. They definitely handcrafted her. Even as simple as this is me having a little bit of fun looking down a cliff. But like this was a little difficult. I had to play around with the animations, but I made it look like she's going in and out of the door. I mean, obviously, you know what I mean, naturally, not like video gamey. And then she's waving to you. And then this one made it look like she's window shopping. And then that handprint I made it look like it was her handprint that she put there. It's a little hard to tell on the camera though. Let's see if I can clean that up. There it is. And then I started playing with the aspect ratio. I'm actually gonna end it real quick because I have to go to the bathroom. So enjoy the last 2 pictures. Me, I was surrounded. And that's it.